Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Cowboys get the dub, baby. I wonder if anybody even going to be on here, considering that everybody and their mama probably live streaming right now. But I'll wait. Kid Mega, what up, bro? How you doing, man? I want to make sure my live stream is working great this time because I don't want no issues like the last time. Craig English, what's going on, man? John Durden, what it do? I said you chilling. That's what's up, man. You know I've been praying for you and your wife, man. Kid Mega. So Cowboys get the dub, man. 49-29. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I didn't expect them to score a 40 burger to get to 49 points, almost 50. Micah Parsons with his first career touchdown. Now, at first, I thought somebody touched him, so I thought they were going to call that one back, but they ended up not calling it back. So it ended up being a touchdown for Micah Parsons. But hey, Angela, how you doing? John, you said you're sick. You got the stomach virus. Damn, man, I'm sorry, man. Prayers up to you, man. Get you some meds, man. Drink a lot of water, John. You'll be all right, man. Flush your system out. KVG, what's going on, man? How y'all feel about this game, man? 6-2 going into the bye, man. This is what I was talking about before. I said, you gotta beat the animals, right? You had to beat the Lions, you had to beat the Bears. Oh my! So to get to the bye week couldn't have come at a better time, man. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, um, we got some injuries right now. We'll get into that as well. Vontae, what up? No, I'm not at Mark's house. I'm at my house. I had my son this weekend, and he's taking a nap right now. So I got an opportunity to try to get on live real quick while he's taking a nap. What up, Curtis? 6-2 is great. Yes, it is. Now, you already know we talked about this before. From week one, we didn't think that after Dak got hurt week one that we were going to end up winning these games. So shout out to our Cooper Rush for getting us in that situation. So going forward, we got Dak back now. So we got to keep this going. We got to get better at the run, man. I did see Jonathan Hankins come in there on certain downs. One thing you guys got to understand is Jonathan Hankins literally just got on this team, so he's still got to learn Dan Quinn's system. So, but they did put him in some packages, some stuff that he's familiar with because they, keep it simple. He's a veteran guy. Go in there, do what you do, boom. You can see the difference when Jonathan Hankins was in the game though on those couple of snaps. So that's a good thing going forward. We just got to get healthy, and maybe we could trade for one guy on the offense and another guy on the defense to solidify this team. Because look, the Eagles are with it. The Eagles are trying to go all in. They're 7-0 now. I know a lot of their schedule has a lot to do with that, but you can't help who you play. It is what it is. You just got to play. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? Big J, what it do, man? I'm full, man. This 40 burger, mighty tasty. I know that's right. I know that's right. With four back, got that 40 burger. Yeah, 7 touchdowns in the game, yo. Wow. Wow. How we gonna address this? I'm a Zeke fan, but Pollard need more touches. So here's the thing, Coles. Um, Zeke and Pollard both have their purpose, right? You're going against, and you really can't judge Pollard's effectiveness by this Bears team because this Bears team is really not good at um at rush defense. So anybody can run on these Bears. Not saying, and I'm not diminishing nothing that Pollard does. I love Pollard. He's still a young guy. He's still got that burst. Zeke had that burst too when he was younger, but Zeke's purpose now is to be that bell cow, that guy to give you those gritty, dirty yards. You know what I'm saying? Because you see in the situations where we were like 3rd and 13, Zeke would have got you like to be in a 3rd and 6 situation. It's easier to get a first down on 3rd and 6 than it is on 3rd and 13. So, but shout out to Pollard for what he did. Shout out to Malik Davis, coming out there and doing some things. I just wish that this team would utilize our runners more. Unfortunately, Kellen Moore is not a running type of play caller. He's a passing play caller, but I hope in the future we could do more things with the running back. We really got some depth on this team, and we have to utilize the tools and the weapons that we have. It's almost like having a Porsche in your driveway. You're not driving the damn thing. We have to stop the run if we're going to make the playoffs. Exactly, because you can't play like that against San Francisco. Y'all seen what happened in the last playoff game with San Francisco. They tore that ass up. So that cannot happen. You think the Cowboys will trade again before the deadline? I'm hoping, John. I want to get another receiver. I know that potentially after the bye, um, James Washington could be back, so that will help as well. But let these guys rest up. Let Zeke rest up. Let Curse rest up. Let Donovan Wilson rest up. Let's see what's going on with him. Malik Hooker, let him rest up. He should be back after the bye. Let these guys rest up. TP from Memphis. Memphis. Yes, I know. And we talked about that Memphis barbecue. It's oh so good. Chris B, what it do? Even though we scored 49, I still want to add maybe another wide receiver, strength. Also add someone to help the run defense because it could end up costing. Yeah, Chris, I was just saying that. I was just now saying that. Even with James Washington come back, you can trade for a guy like Denzel Mims. I don't know. I don't think the front office gets along with the Jets organization, with their brass. So you probably won't be trading with the Jets. Um, I mean, what wide receivers on your wish list? Don't give me somebody that has a big contract because that's not going to happen. Because the Cowboys are not going to obtain a huge contract. It got to be somebody on their rookie contract, like Chase Claypool or Jerry Judy or somebody like that. Somebody that's cheap. Um, Run the damn ball before the half with the lead. That part. See, Dire Wolf, I'm glad you brought that up. That pissed me off. And I'm more so mad at Kellen Moore than I am at Dak Prescott for that because Kellen Moore was the one that told Dak Prescott to do that, right? You're the play caller. You can't just go out there and tell Dak, okay, throw the ball here. Of course, Dak gonna say yes. You know why? Because you're a starting quarterback. I don't blame Dak. If it were me, and I'm like, oh well, shit, we're trying to win the game. You know what I'm saying? But Dak can't throw that interception right there. But if you go back and look at that play, though, it was actually a really good throw. When he threw that across the middle, was that Gallup or was that Lamb? The defensive guy just jumped in front of our receiver. Our receivers got to do a better job at not allowing these these DBs to jump in front of their routes. Like, stop doing that. Like, stop alligator arming the damn passes, man. Go out there and be like Dez and grab that shit out the air. E2 did Michael Gallup play? Don't remember hearing his name. Big J, yeah. Did you watch the game? He had literally the first pass of the first play of the game was to Gallup. I think Gallup had hold on, because I have him in fantasy. So let me go check my fantasy. He got the ball a couple of good times. He had some key catches in the game, actually. Hold on, let me check real quick. Um, yeah, Michael Gallup had 4 receptions for 49 yards. So yeah. Damn, Devonta Adams only had 1 reception for 3 yards. No wonder why they got their butt whooped today. I saw that DJ Moore catch. But the thing about DJ Moore, the reason why I didn't bring DJ Moore up, John Durden, is because I don't think that Carolina's going to give him up. I don't think they're going to give him up. He's the best player they got. They're not giving him up. And if they do, they're gonna charge you. They're gonna charge you a lot for it. You're gonna be giving up some capital for that. And I'm talking about some serious draft picks. And Jerry Jones ain't in the business of doing that. You wouldn't mind Cooks from the Texans. Ooh, Kid Mega. But what up, Raymond? What's going on, Raymond? I agree with that one, Kid Mega. I would like Cooks. Cooks would be good for this offense. He's a big guy. He's a big possession receiver. He'd be perfect for Dak Prescott. Can't count on James Washington though. To be honest, he's been hurt ever since he signed with us. No, I know, but I'm just saying the fact that he is back, and if he is healthy, he's another deep threat guy. To me, he's almost like a DJ Moore, like a poor man's DJ Moore. Some people need to give. I know he's been injured, but some people need to give James Washington his credit. Um, the fact that when he was there with Big Ben during that time, he wasn't getting the ball like that. But I've looked at his stats and I've looked at his highlights and stuff. He's really good with that ball in his hand. Dak back running, I love it. Yeah, he's got to. What up, Dave Moore? Too many defensive penalties and not stopping that run. Gotta stop that run, man. But like I said, when I first started the chat, you could see the little bit of plays that Jonathan Hankins when he was in there, what Jonathan Hankins did, and how he was able to make a difference in that game. So once we come out of the bye and we get back healthy again, we should be all right. McDaniels got fired. Oh, for real? Oh shit, I gotta go look at that. Bet Cooks would be like, get me out of H Town. I know. He's probably like, damn, Cowboys, please come and get me. Come and get me to a winning team. What's up to Cowboys? How you doing, sweetheart? Um, Kid Mega, what up? Dave Moore, what up, brother? Look, man, I love y'all, man. I do. I got all my mods in here. Um, you said you hate it when I'm not at Marks on the mic. I know I had my son this weekend to Cowboys, and he wasn't really feeling well. He had like a little chest cold, but he's taking a nap right now. So I'm taking the opportunity to do a live stream while he's not bugging me. You know what I'm saying? Um, you think that was a fumble in the third quarter? Yes, I do think we got janked on that one. That should have been a fumble. We could have had the ball right there instead of them keeping the possession and scoring a touchdown right there. That hurt. That hurt. But I'm glad that Micah got his first touchdown. That was awesome to see. Micah getting his first defensive touchdown. But Micah's injured. Micah is still dealing with his groin. He's got that shoulder injury. Um, but he's a tough guy. But give him this bye week. Guys will be much fresher coming back going into Green Bay. I'm really curious to see what we do against Green Bay after the bye. Um, coming out 6-2, that's awesome right now because, like I said, the Eagles are 7-0, and they don't look like they're trying to lose no time soon. So we have to keep pace. Shout out to Philly 500 though. I heard that his stream, his channel got he's in YouTube jail right now, so he can't live stream for the next week. So yep, never put it in the ref's hands. You're right, Raymond. You got to put yourself in a situation where you're already up by at least a touchdown, at least two touchdowns, whether that's a touchdown and a field goal or just straight 14 points in general or more. Defense got bent a little, but they preserved and got turnovers. Yes, they did. Um, you said no remorse for Smelly 500. That's messed up. Uh, with the softer schedule they got, they better have a winning season. I know, right? I know, right? Um, I gotta say it just like with our schedule, you can't choose who you play, right? I mean, that's just the way the schedule is. No, I never said. I agree. I agree. The Eagles have an easy schedule. But we also have to understand that this is the NFL, and it's also any given Sunday. So at any given time, if you underestimate a team that's lesser than you, they will play their hardest to try to beat you. Look at today. We were a couple of mess ups away from letting this game slip. Kellen Moore telling Dak to throw the ball right there with 30 seconds left in the game. I don't know what the hell that was for about. I mean, 30 seconds left in the half, going into halftime. Like, just run the ball and run the clock out and go into halftime. You know they're going to get the ball back, but no, you allowed them to get that ball back. They get the interception and they get it. Thank God it was just a field goal, but still, like You can't do that against a 49ers team. You can't do that against a Chiefs team. You cannot do that against an Eagles team. So or a Bills team. So and all those teams right now, I said I believe will be tops going into um, um, the playoffs and the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say this right now. All right, and mark my words. This is probably the easiest year we're going to have to get to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Right? You said Kellen Moore needs to go. I don't necessarily think he needs to go. I just think that he needs to learn better. Understand that, like, he's still young as a coach, right? He's still learning how to um, get out of his ways of being a college style, like, gunslinger mentality. It's just like with any coach, right? Sean McVay was not great when he first came out, being a coach. Um, all those guys under the Bill Belichick tree, like Daniels and all of them, and Vrabel, they had to learn as well. They weren't great when they started out. None of them were. The Shanahans, the young Shanahans, like a lot of these coordinators and stuff when they came out, and some of them are not head coaches, but it's a maturation period, and Keller just has to learn it. And I think that Mike McCarthy is probably the best coach, in my opinion, to help him with that. So if you notice that when you see him doing different things, that's Mike McCarthy holding him and telling him and holding him accountable for the things that he's doing wrong, because you got to correct these mistakes. It's just like fellas or females, you want to be a barber, right? You want to go cut hair, which I just got mine cut, so I got the fresh cut. You want to get you want to be a barber, right? You got to go to barber school. You gonna fuck up the first time you cut somebody hair. That shape up, that line might be crooked. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. So you got to learn, and I understand. Fans. Some of y'all don't want to hear that shit. I get it, but that's the realistic side of it. Me as a YouTuber, as a vlogger, I have to look at it in a different perspective. I can't just sit here and be a fanboy all day. I have to look at it from the other side of the fence, if you know what I'm saying. Um, but like you said, Chris, if we get a couple of trades, get a couple of guys, get another wide receiver in here, get another big boy defensive tackle in there that can play, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. You think Mike McCarthy will be the coach next year or Dan Quinn? I next year, if we make it to the playoffs and actually get to the NFC title game, I expect our coaching staff to remain the same. They paid, man. I don't know what Dan Quinn's getting paid right now, but I can only imagine the things that Jerry Jones was saying to him as far as, like, what he was promising him. But I'll to be honest with you, I'd rather Dan Quinn be where he is. I want him to be a defensive coordinator, because is the defense going to be good when he becomes a coach? Because is it going to be the same that when he went to the Falcons? Because when he was a coach of the Falcons, they failed. I mean, they got to the big game, but they failed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, are you sure you want Dan Quinn as a coach? I'm not saying that he's not going to be a good head coach. I'm not saying it at all. I'm just saying, let's not disrespect Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's doing a good job. We're sitting here saying, is Dan Quinn going to be the coach? Like, we don't have a good coach. We've come a long way since Jason Garrett. You know what I'm saying? So, give Mike McCarthy his flowers, man. Outside of that first COVID year, we haven't had a losing season with Mike McCarthy yet. Outside of his first year, and you can't blame him for that. He didn't even see his players until week one. Remember, we didn't have a preseason that year. So I'm just saying. The game was crazy in a good way, and it did have points in the game where it made me tense up, because I was like, oh shit, they're scoring, they're coming back. Ain't no way you're gonna come out here and let these Bears come in here and beat you. There's no way. Because they couldn't even beat the Commanders. I don't want to hear that. But if we go one and done again, I highly doubt McCarthy will still be here, to be honest. I get that, Chris. I'm not expecting us to be one and done this year. This is a different year. Now, unless we don't, unless we play San Francisco first. I want San Francisco to start losing and losing and losing, so they don't even make it to the playoffs. Because I don't want to even see San Francisco. You know who I want to see again? I want to see I want to see Tom Brady and the Buccaneers again. I want to finally beat him and send his ass home because he done already lost his wife. So let's go ahead and let him lose to us for once. For once, can I get for once? Um, what up, Buddy Johnson? Kellen Moore needs to go. If it wasn't for Kellen, Dak wouldn't have thrown an interception. I agree with that, buddy. I agree with that. But that just goes back to him learning to stop being a gunslinger. He's still a young coordinator. He's still got to learn. He's got to learn regardless. Whether he's here or somewhere else, he got to learn. I understand y'all want guys in here that know what they're doing and this and that. I agree. I agree. But you should have allowed Mike McCarthy to be Mike McCarthy, right? You asked Mike McCarthy to be the coach of this team, right? We were 12-5 last year. Yes, I know we were one and done in the playoffs, but at the same time, at what point, y'all say y'all want Dan Quinn, or some of you guys say you want Sean Payton, but I don't care what coach you bring in here. You could bring in here Jesus Christ himself to be the coach of this team. As long as Jerry Jones keeps putting Boy Wonder in there or telling the coach that you can't do this, you got to do that, but then try to figure out with this situation, that's not going to work. We're still running Jason Garrett's offense with a Kellen Moore twist, and Mike McCarthy's coaching that. Mike McCarthy don't know these plays. He don't know this playbook because it ain't his. Why would you not allow the coach to come in and bring in his playbook and his offensive scheme? You let the defensive coordinator do it. How you let Dan Quinn do it, but you don't let your head coach bring in his offense? Come on now, does that make sense to y'all? Are y'all even thinking about this? Because some people are probably not even thinking like that. I'm happy for Malik Davis to play out there today with Zeke come back and he will go back to practice squad. I don't know, Big J. Like I said, we're going to a bye week, so it's a lot that can happen in this bye week. I'm pretty damn sure that Zeke gonna come back after the bye. So I'm pretty sure Malik Davis is probably gonna go back on the practice squad. So I would say yes if you had to ask me right now today on the 30th of October. Tony Pollard did his thing. He did do his thing. Um, agree, not a big Mike McCarthy guy, but I wish he called plays. Should have forced more. So here's the thing, Chris. I just said this. It's Jerry Jones that doesn't want him to call plays. Jerry Jones wants his young guy, Kellen Moore, to be the play caller. He wants him to be the offensive coordinator because we're still running Jason Garrett's offense with his flavor, right? With his twist to it. So that's why when you see those little trickery things, that's all Kellen Moore stuff. That's his playbook. So use it because he's he's under the Jason Garrett coaching tree. Think about it. So I just don't understand how you could bring a head coach in here that's won a Super Bowl and you talk all this stuff about how you love his expertise and how you love him as a coach, but then you don't allow him to be him. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't get that. I don't get that. It don't make sense. It really don't. It don't make sense. Well, newsflash for Jerry: don't see McVay or Shanahan and more. See, Jerry Jones don't think like that, and I don't know if it's because he's 80 now, or if he's just stubborn, or if he's just like, okay, this is how I feel. Because if that's how he feels, then that's just how he feels. I'm not really getting into that. So we have to put some plays in for Turpin in the offense because speed kills. Yeah. So Turpin did get one end around, right? It was, I think, for 9 yards for the first down. He did get that. So that kind of helped, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to wait for some updates on some of these injuries. Uh, uh, oh wow. We will. I'm sorry, Kid Mega. We'll talk, bro. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Yeah. All right, I'm back. Got my Halloween candy. Early. You know, when you grown, you get your own candy. You get your own candies. All right, what we got? But yeah, Turpin. But they do need to utilize him more in offense. They do. I think they're afraid to. I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of it has to do with the wide receiver coach because our wide receiver. How you doing, Isaac? Our wide receiver coach likes big receivers, and Cavante Turpin ain't that. First of all, I think that's stupid. I don't give a damn how big or small they are. If they got talent, play them, utilize them. You know how much talent we got on this team, y'all? I don't understand. I really don't understand. I love my Dallas Cowboys, but sometimes I don't understand our front office and how they think of things. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes some of it doesn't make sense to me. Because I look at it, I'm just like, come on. Like you got all these players, utilize them. Jalen Tolbert is such a disappointment so far. Is he though? I don't know. We know for sure though? Is Are they not playing him because they think that he's not ready for the limelight? I mean, he did come from a D2 school. It wasn't like, you know, I don't think that he probably should have been drafted as high as he was, if that's the case. But um, is it that is it him? Is it that we're not giving him the opportunities? I that I don't know. I'm not inside the locker room, so those questions I cannot answer because I don't work for the Dallas Cowboys organization. Although I wish I did. Uh, Derek Eagleton, man, I've been trying to hit you up, bro. Like I would move to Texas for a job with the Cowboys. I would, because I think I'd be a good asset for their department, their media department. First of all, I have a degree in the field anyway, so and I have my own YouTube channel, so I do this all the time. So it's not like I don't know the team. You know what I'm saying? And I do know how to write because I am an English writer, English minor, so that helps as well. But it is what it is. I don't know because maybe because I don't live in Texas, they probably not even thinking about me. Hate, hate. You said hate. He don't as much as he should. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of things we got to fix, right? But when you talk about the deficiencies of the Dallas Cowboys, a lot of it stems from either coaching or the management side of the team. It's not really the players because think about it. I know you guys watch other games in the season. I know you look at other teams. When you compare them to the Dallas Cowboys, you say that roster for roster. Some of these other teams don't even have the same type of talent the Dallas Cowboys have, but they're still winning and making things happen. We don't always do that, and that's a problem. That's a problem. It's a huge problem. We really need to go back and figure out what it is because the Joneses say all the time, "Oh yeah, we're in it to win it." Well, if you're in it to win it, sometimes you got to think outside the box to win it. We saw the Rams sell the farm to win their Super Bowl. We saw the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl in 2017 sell the farm and get the players that they needed. This is the perfect year right now for the Dallas Cowboys to slide into the Super Bowl because those elite quarterbacks that y'all that they dick ride all the time. Excuse my language. like the Tom Brady's of the world and the Aaron Rodgers of the world, and well, Pat Mahomes is playing well right now. Those so-called elite, I'm not gonna say so-called, they are elite. Those elite quarterbacks are both not playing well right now. I would give Aaron Rodgers a pass because he ain't got nobody to pass to. See what I did there? Um, Tom Brady just got too much on his mental right now. He just his wife divorcing him, and he just got a lot going on in his personal life. So he's already like 2 seconds away from kirking on people, and he's already doing that, yelling at his offensive lineman. One thing as a quarterback that you never do is yell at your offensive lineman, because the first thing they'll do is, "Oh, for real, we ain't gonna block for you. Then we're gonna treat you like any given Sunday, and we ain't gonna block for you." So respect your players. The Cowboys need to fix the offense and defense. The defense is good. I think with the defense, we just got to do a better job of stopping the run. And also, too, offense has to do a better job at not putting our defense in harm's way, meaning put them on the field too often, because you are going to run your defense into the ground, and they're not going to be as effective because they're out there gassed out because they're tired as hell because they're on the field 90% of the damn game. So that's a problem. Wolfman needs to go to a film session or something. He's so out of place and get pushed around for starting middle linebacker. I'm glad to see D Clark in there getting some play time. Yeah, Derek. I did see Clark in there on a couple of plays. Now that was good to see. That was nice to see. Leighton Vander Esch is so sometimey, right? You'll see plays where Leighton Vander Esch to come out there and he'll be balling. There were a couple of plays in the game when he tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Then you get back to seeing Leighton again later in the game, and he's like, damn, like he took a bad angle and the dude runs right past him for first down, and he doesn't tackle him until 14 yards up the field. This is what you get with Leighton Vander Esch, and it sucks. Excuse me. Next year, I'm gonna love to see what these young guys could do, like Damone Clark and Devin Harper. Um, what's the other one? Deron Bland and stuff like that. Speaking of Deron Bland, coming into this game, he was 1-on-1 with the cornerback. I mean, with the receiver, and batted that ball down. It could have been a touchdown. I don't trust Kelvin Joseph yet too much in a defense. Don't put him a lot out there a lot because he did get that touchdown scored on him. He looking around like, who did that? How he scored? I don't know. Thought I had my hand up. I guess it didn't work. Mario Sanchez, what's going on, man? Um, but outside of those things, um, what is something that you guys feel like this team is lacking in what it needs? Because I've said before, um, although James Washington should be coming back soon, I just don't think it's enough on offense. I noticed that Dak has a good rapport with these tight ends, whether it be Daniel Schultz, I said Daniel Dalton Schultz, or Peyton Hendershot, or Jake Ferguson. And your tight ends are scoring touchdowns, so that's a good thing as well. So you want to see that. Those are the things that you want to see. You want to see your guys going in there and doing the things that they're supposed to do to win you the game. So, um, you guys in here? I need to. I'm surprised I haven't seen any more messages come up, or is my thing going slow? So, John, you think another wide receiver or a defensive tackle? I agree with that. Now, once Jonathan Hankins, once Jonathan Hankins gets used to this defense and he gets used to Dan Quinn's system, and he comes in here and he starts to actually like get acclimated and because I mean he's already in shape because he's already been on the team, right? He's being traded from the Las Vegas Raiders, so it's not like he don't know what he's doing. It's just him learning the verbiage on our team and how we do things. So mm. I'm happy that we're 6-2 right now, going into the bye. And I was looking at the game, and I was looking at like how Ron Curse was trying to fight those injuries off during the game. I'm still waiting on the Donovan Wilson update to see what the severity of his injury is, because what I wanted to see was if he was going to like how serious it was. But then again, seeing him coming back though into the game was uh, quite a good thing for me. Because normally when a player comes back, they just kind of need some rest. It ain't nothing that they necessarily need surgery on, unless their adrenaline was just pumping that hard that like. Because you look at Michael Parsons, he's got a shoulder injury and a groin injury. We know that injuries are part of the game. We know that no matter what, somebody's going to get injured on that field. But it's our job to put them in a place to succeed. Should the Cowboys do a 3-round pick for Judy? Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of capital. It's a lot of capital. And what's going to happen is once his actual rookie contract is up, now you're going to have to repay him. Are you willing to do that, John? Sometimes you got to look at the player and think to yourself, would this be worth it? Right? Would it be worth it? Jaquez, what up? Would it be worth you getting rid of 3 picks for Jerry Judy, knowing that how many more years does he have till his rookie contract is up? He was a first round draft pick, so I mean he should get a 5th-year option, correct? So are you able to take that contract? You say yes. Okay. So let me ask you, John Durden, what 3 picks would you give up for Jerry Judy? And I'm gonna tell you if that even makes sense. Because you're gonna give up a first round pick. One of them is gonna be a pick because he's a first round draft pick. So one of them, you're not gonna get away with a 5th, a 6th, and a 3rd. That ain't gonna happen. Because if you giving up those 3 picks, they're gonna counter that. They're gonna say, hell no, have a nice day. And they're gonna also be like, oh yeah, well, give me one of your big body defensive linemen. We got a couple of them we can get rid of. We can get rid of Tristan Hill. We can trade Neville Gallimore. Although I love the play of both of these guys, you got to sell something of worth to even deal with that situation. So I don't know. So let me know, John. What 3 picks do you want to give up? We got to stop the run. Yes, Jaquez, man. We talked about that before you got on, but yeah, we gotta stop the run. Um, you can't continuously get gashed like that because all that's going to do is when teams look at you on film, when they look at you on film, they're gonna look at the film and they're gonna be like, you know what? These mofos can't stop the run. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna run all damn day. We're gonna run till the wheels fall off. Literally. So look at it like that. Um, Me personally though, I feel like I don't necessarily think we need to go get a young guy like that as a first round draft pick. I'd rather get Brandon Cooks from the Texans, like you said. I'd rather get Cooks because he would actually make sense in his offense. He looks like because I feel like if you get Jerry Judy, it'd be like getting another CD Lamb. One first round and two. Are you trying to say two second round picks? Because it just says two round picks. Um, damn. Here's the thing. That also depends on how you want to approach this draft, John. Is there any wide receiver in the first round or between the first and second round that you would want on your team? Who knows? Um, Damone Clark looks solid. Yeah, he does. I love what I see with Damone Clark. I just like spinal fusion surgery. When I think of spinal fusion surgery, especially close to your neck area, he's gonna have to do the Van Der Esch thing, play with a neck roll and all that other stuff. Damone Clark gonna be good come next year. Like I said, Devin Harper, Jabril Cox, all these young guys that are injured and getting through their acclimation period. I think that it's gonna pop for them. Woke Yusuf, what's up, man? You heard Philly 500 is in YouTube jail for a week. No live stream of him. This, yeah. Earlier in the chat, I was talking about it, and somebody responded and said they don't care about no Philadelphia. So I was like, okay. I mean, we talk crap about Philly 500 all the time, but he's cool people. We know that he's a fan of the enemy, but still, he's a good guy though. How much can we get for Cook? Oh, you know what? Now that's negotiable. That's negotiable. I don't know what we can get for him, but it's definitely negotiable. Uh, what's today? Sunday the 30th. I can't believe this month went by so fast. It was like boom, oh damn. Hmm. How I don't know how much could cost, but John, I'm gonna tell you this: no matter who you get, you're gonna give up some type of pick for it. Whether it's a fifth or sixth, you're gonna give up somebody. What I got? Because oh, that's what I wanted to say. When you look at hold on, how much? Oh, our run defense needs to improve tremendously before the playoffs. Um, before the playoffs near getting near to make a real championship run this year as wide open as is it. Yeah, I look. I mentioned that. I mentioned that Eagles got an easy schedule. They do. They do. Ours ain't too bad either if you think about it. We did have a couple of games that were perceived to be tough. That's because you're basing the team off of what they were last year, not necessarily this year. Because the Rams aren't the same Rams as they were last year. The Bengals ain't the same Bengals as they was last season. So it's kind of a weird situation um, all the way around. Ooh, I like Allen Robinson. Ooh, ooh, that's intriguing. Um, I like the big body of Cook stuff. Having Cooks is almost like having another extra veteran tight end, but at the wide receiver position. So, well, back to what I was saying about the schedule. Um, Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick because it was a point that I wanted to make about our schedule, right? Um, okay, DK Metcalf caught a touchdown, helping out my fantasy. I'm sorry. Yeah, Cook is who I want. That's who I want to roll with. Let me check the schedule. Dallas Cowboys remaining schedule. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? Um, when we come out of the bye, which is crazy because we're still third in the damn NFC East. It's crazy. Um, we got the Packers at 425, right? Coming out of that bye. Then the next week you're playing against the Vikings at 425. These are Eastern time. So those of you in Texas or whatever, it's gonna be 325. But you know that already. Cowboys down two safeties, yeah, but we don't know what the injury is, right? Remember, John, we're going into a bye week, so I'm not too much worried about that. Um, J. Ron Curse still finished the game. His injury can't be but so bad. I don't see him. I just think the bye week rest will help. Um, I'm really waiting on on Donovan Wilson because I don't know what his injury was. Because he actually went to the locker room. You know, normally when you go to the locker room, you're like, what the hell going on? So that's how I look at that. So you got the Packers and you got the Vikings. 425 is not necessarily prime time, but we know that Kirk Cousins ain't good at prime time. You said muscle cramps? Oh, okay, wonderful. Not saying wonderful, but you know what I mean. It's not a heavy injury, so I'm okay with that. Muscle cramps, he'll be back. He'll be back. Micah Parsons with his shoulder and his groin, heal up, he'll be back. Ezekiel Elliott will literally have like 2 weeks off because he didn't play in this game. You're not gonna play next week, so you definitely have that time. So let's hope that he rests his knee and ankle and his just legs in general. Don't run nowhere. Don't be out here going on vacation talking about I'll just throw the ball to my girl. No, no, don't do that. I went had flag football. No, don't do none of that on no bye week. Don't do nothing. Matter of fact, don't even leave Texas. Stay at home or stay with some of your coworkers and just enjoy the damn you know week off. That's it. But again, we'll be pretty much healthy going back into um, that week. And then after that, you got the Giants again, November 24th. Um, that's Thanksgiving week. Excuse me. So You talk about. Let me see. Yeah. So you talk about um the Giants. I mean the Packers, Vikings, and Giants. You can win these next three games coming out of the bye. We know the Packers. You know that Mike McCarthy got this game circled on his calendar right now, right? You know he got a circle. You know he got a circle. But the problem about it is you gotta. I think it's that, and that's an away game. So you're saying, hold on, are we away at? Okay, so this is gonna be that little rough stretch, right? So when we come out of the bye, that's actually the bye came at a good time, right? Because you're gonna come out of the bye. You got two back-to-back away games, right? So you're gonna be at Green Bay coming out of the bye, and you're gonna be turn around and be um, at the Vikings that next Sunday. Then hmm, Thanksgiving Thursday, the 24th, because you got a game of 20th on Sunday and turn right back around and play 4 days later. So um, it might be hard for the players because they got to travel and all that stuff. But they have to state that uh, they're going to let us know who's going to be back from their injuries or not. So I'm just hoping that that's going to be a good situation for us. So if you handle business with those three games, you'll be 7-2, 8-2, then 9-2 after Thanksgiving. Whew, that'd be nice. That would be nice. And then December 4th, you have the Colts. That's an 8:20 game, so that's going to be a prime time game. Then you got the Texans after that, December 11th. I ain't worried too much about that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, everybody wants DJ Moore now, right? Because he made that miraculous catch in this last game, as I'm reading right now. Um, okay, December 18th, you have the Jags at 1 o'clock. December 24th, 4:25 games. It's the Giants. Um, ooh, so right after the Jags, you have what is that? Christmas Eve. Ooh, Christmas Eve, December 24th. Right, Christmas Eve. You got um, the Eagles. I remember Mickey. Shout out to Mickey, man. Mickey was talking about going against the Eagles again, right? And now that you got Dak Prescott back, it's different. Definitely going to be a different dynamic of the game. They're not going to beat you like they did the last time because one thing about Cowboys when they reload on a team, they come back harder than they did before. So let me see. And then December 29th, you have the Titans. That's going to be at Tennessee. And then the last game of the season, which is, it says January 8th, but it also says to be determined because that could change depending on what you got going down the stretch. Let's see. And then they're talking about the top team. So we'll get into that again before I end the live stream. So I just wanted to say, you look at the rest of the schedule, you could very much win the rest of these games if you if the defense plays like they're supposed to play, and we watch what we're doing in you know, trying to fix the run game, the run defense, I should say, not the run game. We're running the ball pretty well. Tony Pollard had a good game today, scoring 3 touchdowns. And so shout out to him for um, definitely stepping in there with Zeke. And then, Flowers goes to both him and Malik Davis as well. Malik Davis had a couple of tough runs in there. He was robbed a touchdown. It would have been his first touchdown of the season. Yeah. So So let me know what you guys think. What do you think? Like, because we talk about the Eagles schedule, how easy it is. You look at our schedule too. We really don't have a lot of heavy hitters coming up. I think the Titans may be a tough game, maybe a few others, but like you got a lot of division games mixed up between there. So who knows where these teams will be at by the time we get to that point. But going forward though, I'm glad that we got this bye week. This bye week couldn't have come at a perfect time because you got two of your safeties out of the game. Um, so that's how I look at it. Any last comments or concerns? Wait, does Jalen still play for the Giants? I don't know. I stopped really paying attention to these people. So I think the spread was not so. The spread for this Bears game was 9.5 points, right? So the Cowboys, of course, beat that spread. I mean, you beat them 49-29. You finally get over 40 points in the game. That was clutch. Finally get over 40 points in the game. Uh, Dak Prescott had a rushing touchdown. Dak Prescott looked like the Dak Prescott that we seen uh, from yesteryear, right? From before his ankle being broken. So I tell you guys all the time, like when you go through stuff like that, it takes a while mentally to come back from stuff like that. A lot of guys will not even ever play football again because I don't think I would. I'm tough, but I ain't that damn tough. I like that Clark played today. I did too. I did too. I love to see that. But also too, I don't want to put too much on Damone Clark's plate as well, because when you look at that situation, you look at, okay, well, he's come back from spinal fusion. You just don't want to come out there and because football is, like I said, a car crash every day. If you're a guy that's in the trenches like that, you know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. Easy to re-injure, as I would say. But with that being said, y'all, thanks for coming into the live stream. I appreciate y'all. Cowboys get the dub. I'm happy that we're going into the bye week 6-2. Let these guys rest, get some rest, do what they need to do. Get ready for um, going up to Lambeau Stadium to play the Green Bay Packers in 2 weeks. I love to see that. I would love to see that. So, With that being said, y'all appreciate y'all coming into the chat, man. Let's enjoy this win. And only thing I hate about bye weeks though is like I ain't got nothing to do. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Mark and them still gonna have, watch the other games and stuff. But it ain't the same when your team not playing. But I guess we don't have to trip next week. We ain't gotta sit here and be like, oh my God, the Dallas Cowboys, what they gonna do? And he's just like, I want my revenge on the Eagles. That's the game that I have circled. Is that Eagle game. So like I said, Kid Mega Man, we'll chat later, bro. Just hit me up on the gram. We'll talk. And with that being said, y'all, man, peace, love, and hair grease, and go Cowboys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a great rest of your day.